here we go. Look at that. Just like that, another year 2 bundle here in Cold War. And this is a stat changing bundle, meaning you actually do get an advantage if you buy this bundle. This being the Pharaoh of Death Ultra Skin. Comes with an Ultra Skin, Orange Tracer Fire, Fire Dismemberment, and Fire Element damage in the zombie mode. Starting off with the Ultra Skin itself. And this one looks pretty freaking sick. Cannot wait to test out the hands in this game. One of the best part about Ultra Skins here in Cold War is the hands look fantastic in game. And it's got like this floating thing at top. Does it move when the carry? Ooh. All right, pretty sick. Not the best Ultra Skin, but definitely one of the best we've got here in year 2. Can't wait to test it out. Then we get 3 blueprints that are all stat changing. The FFAR, which is the best AR in zombies, top 5 weapon in my opinion. Cannot wait to see. And I think this is the first stat changing FFAR we've had. Definitely want to see what Pack-a-Punch camos look like on this. As always, we're going to be testing these out in Warzone, here in Cold War, in Zombies MP, all the mastery camos, everything you could possibly want to know. Then we get a Swiss, and we just got a Mastercraft for the Swiss not too long ago. The Mastercraft was also stat changing. Cannot wait to test out what this looks like. Then we got the amps, which once again, another amazing weapon in zombies, one of the single best weapons. Once again, a stat changing bundle, and this is, I think, the second stat changing version of the amps we've had. Hopefully camos look good on this. Then we've got a crispy finishing move. Looks like it's reused from another finishing move we've seen in the past, except now it's fire. It's okay, it's cool, but it definitely looks like some of the same ones we've seen in the past. We get an embalming clock, which just shows the time. We get a Spinx charm, which doesn't seem to light up. We get this emblem here. We get this sticker here. We get the all-seeing reticle, which is a little distracting. And then we get this calling card, which is cool. Oh, wait, he's akimboing. No, akimbo FFARs, bro. Only if that was freaking possible. That is sick. With that, let's go ahead, buy this skin, and start reviewing this bad boy. Oh, dude, I'm so glad whenever we get a freaking Cold War bundle. Here's how this skin looks like in the Black Ops menu. Once again, really sick. Your entire body's on like fire, but like glowing fire. You got this weird blue thing. I don't know if that's supposed to be a grenade, like at the tactical belt. Not really sure. Got the glowing thing above your head. Definitely a solid skin. I really am wondering how the hands look in game, but overall in the menu, pretty solid. Holy crap, these hands are massive. I just loaded in game. The first thing you notice, dude, look at how big. Dude, even with akimbo weapons. Hold on, let's pull up the hands. Let's take a look at these bad boys. You got like giant gloves on that are just pure metal. Let's do an inspect that shows the hand a little bit of, you know, this one. Got the fire effect. I mean, the hands themselves aren't super glowing, but these are probably the biggest hands in the entire. Dude, look at these. Look at these. You can notice right away when we're holding these akimbo amps. Let's do an inspect. Like, these hands are massive with that giant metal plate on it. Here are the amps themselves. Pretty basic. I'm wondering what's going to show if you pack-a-punch them. I thought we had the charm on this, but I guess not. Go ahead, test out the fire dismemberment effect that it's got on it. I mean, it just looks like fire. I'm pretty sure we've seen this one in the past. But as you can see, at the bottom right, we do have the fire napalm burst ammo mod. This is like a pseudo ammo mod. This isn't going to allow us to activate napalm burst on the zombies. However, any boss type that is weak to napalm burst, we are going to be doing additional damage to them, and that is the abomination. So we should be able to take down the abomination quicker with this blueprint than what we are able to with other blueprints in the game. All right, here we go. Let's see how effective these stat changing amps are against the abomination. Keep in mind, we've got a red tier weapon. We don't have the super Easter egg active because we were doing a challenge before we're getting cammets on that. But as you can see, there is a fire effect on top of the abomination where we're shooting it. Obviously, God, dude, these zombies are gonna take us down. Obviously, if we had purple tier amps, we'd be taking it down even faster. We're about to go down. I'm gonna have to buy ammo for this. Holy crap. Oh, all right, here we go. Now we actually have ammo, and you know, we're not taking this down as quickly as I thought we would. I forgot how hard the abomination, it's not really hard, but how long it takes down to take down the abomination without purple tier weapons compared to red. Like, we're doing double the amount of damage we'd normally be doing because of the fire damage that these spawn in with. But even with that, this thing took forever to take down without shooting its eyes. But yeah, you can clearly see that this is a stat changing version of the amp here. All right, here we go. Pack-a-punch time. Let's see what the camo looks like, and it covers up the entire variant. So yeah, I have a feeling I really want to know about the FFAR variant, but these variants just don't look that well with pack-a-punch camos. One massive downside of the stat changing variants is you can only put on that ammo mod. So once you go to pack-a-punch it, since it spawned in with napalm burst and the pseudo napalm burst ammo mod, we can only put on Napalm Burst. However, there is a way around this. All you got to do is change it and we can switch off to a different version of the amps right here, and you can put any other blueprint you have on it. And now you can see well, I think this one, well, it's still got Napalm Burst because we bought it on it, but now we can put on any ammo mod we wanted to. So that's one way around it. These stat changing blueprints are really good to spawn in the game. Spawn in with an ammo mod, use that ammo mod till you pack a punch, then switch to a blueprint that allows you to go off. Really good for Onslaught. Onslaught's extremely good for these because in Onslaught, it's really rare to get these. So being able to take down the different bosses really quick with these different pseudo ammo mods is super helpful. Also really good for spawning in with Outbreak. Here we go with the Swiss in game. We're going to definitely have to wait to on a brighter map to see what the variant looks like itself. Once again, got the pseudo ammo mod on it, and we are going to be buying the FFAR off the wall, pack a punching both of those. The FFAR is what I'm most excited about. Overall, a quick little review of the tracers. I mean, I'm a little disappointed with them. These are just reused tracers. Say what you want about Vanguard, but a lot of the Vanguard tracers and dismemberment effects are actually pretty cool. I think the variants look cooler here in Cold War, but I think for the tracer effects, I think Vanguard has really been kind of top notch with some of that stuff and some of the death effects. However, they normally don't work at launch. A lot of times when you buy the bundle in Vanguard, the death effects don't work till like a month or like a few weeks later. The one thing about Cold War is they work at launch, but these are just reused from another bundle. Like, we've seen these before. There's nothing new here. Okay, coming through, zombies. Please let me through. While I'm currently opening the map to pack a punch to try out both the FFAR, which we're going to get right here, and the Swiss. If you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate it. We cover every new notable bundle in full detail on this channel. Whatever you want to know, we're going to cover in our video. And on top of that, if you leave a like or a comment, I greatly appreciate it, as it does help out the channel an absolute ton. All right, here we go. Apply blueprint. And here is the FFAR, which is what I'm most excited about. Okay, we're gonna see this side. Looks pretty sick. Let's also get a look at the reticle here. Ooh, that red, it's not the worst reticle. A lot of bundle reticles you get are absolute garbage. This one's not terrible, but I'm probably not going to use this. Going to be straight up front with you. We also have the charm on this weapon, and dude, I wish the charm glowed. The fact that we've got glowing charms just kind of makes this one not as important because it's not glowing. But FFAR, that is stat changing. This is the first stat changing FFAR in the entirety of Cold War, and this is like a top 5 weapon in zombies. This, in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best full auto weapon. Insanely good at high rounds, and now you can spawn in with Napalm Burst pseudo on it. All right, here we go. Pack a punch the Swiss, quickly swap away. Go ahead, pack a punch the FFAR. Let's head to spawn to get a better view, but it's not looking great, boys. Honestly, so far these bundle weapons are kind of an L with pack a punch camos. It just completely covers it up, but that was kind of expected. Yeah, the FFAR, can't tell anything about it. Same thing. Hopefully mastery camos look better, but I mean, the main point, if you're buying this bundle, it really is for the stat changing weapons. To me, the ultra skin and the stat changing part of the weapons are really the only reason I'd buy this for zombies, because camos do not seem to cover these weapons pretty much out. Well, they cover the weapons, but they look like normal weapons once you put the camos on. Okay, really quickly, let's see what happens when we start taking off attachments on these weapons. And honestly, once you start taking attachments on the FFAR, it's not too bad. The Swiss, I mean, you can put whatever attachments you want on it, still looking pretty good. Now let's see about the amps, and it looks a little looks a little bit weird when you start taking off attachments, but overall still pretty good weapons. I've decided that we're only going to test a handful of the mastery camos in game on these weapons. If you put the diamond camo on, nothing happens. In zombies, same thing. Diamond, dark aether pretty much covers up the entire gun. However, the gold camo actually looks kind of good on all these blueprints. Now here we go with the blueprints on a brighter map. Here is the FFAR, and it's actually kind of noticeable. These base blueprints don't look that bad. I kind of like all the sharp edges on the FFAR. Pretty freaking solid. Moving over to the Swiss, once again, looks pretty sick. It just doesn't look that great with camos, at least not the gold. I think the gold might look pretty good, but basic camos and pack-a-punch just ain't doing it for this. And here's the amp. Once again, it looks pretty sick. However, I think we've already got a couple amp blueprints that look like this. Here is the gold camo on the FFAR, and you can still see some of the stuff on it, but yeah, I think I'd run this with no camos. As for gold on the Swiss, all you can see is that one set of emblems. That's the only thing that stays. It's kind of weird, kind of unique though. Moving on to gold on the amp, actually looks kind of sick. It does look way more gold, and you can see kind of the shiny gold at the bottom. DM Ultra on the FFAR, you can see a little bit of the engraving stuff, but once again, I think no camos on this is the way to rock it. DM Ultra on the Swiss, and same thing. You can see the same little hieroglyphics on the side. Now, last, DM Ultra on the Amp. It looks kind of clean. Once again, though, Mastery Camo just kind of cover up everything. So overall, most of these look better just with no camos, no Pack-a-Punch. Oh, shh. Here we go. Here we go. Shh. And boom. Bro, what? All right, finishing move while standing up, and yeah, I guess it's cool. All right, finishing move while the enemy's laying down, and pretty much they squirm a lot. Pretty much the exact same thing. I mean, this finishing move looks pretty basic. I feel like I've seen it before, and it doesn't really introduce anything new. Boom, here we go. Warzone testing time. This is what the operator looks like. It doesn't seem to glow near as much in the Warzone menu. However, here are the weapons, and we're not even going to try out the mastery camos on the weapons because it pretty much just covers everything up. It's not much different. It's a little bit worse than what it was in Cold War in terms of the coverage for the weapons. We're just going to rock it with the base camo. One thing I did realize is you can actually see a lot of this if you take off the mastery camos, but we're not going to try the combination of all these because that would just be ridiculous, and most people are going to be rocking mastery camos on these. Here we go, dropping into Warzone. Dude, these hands are massive even in Warzone. Look at these freaking just metal around these hands. That is actually crazy. I'm more focused on the hands. Here's the blueprint. Once again, looks exactly the same. The hands are the hands are the best part. These are just ginormous hands. So there's both the blueprints. Now we just got to look at it as we're falling. Look at those giant freaking hands. Let's go to the 16 by, like, look at that. Look at these big old hands. Look at that. Freaking massive. As we head towards the ground, see the feet and everything. Go ahead, pull out the pistol. And yeah, it looks exactly like we expected it to. Overall, this bundle's cool, but I don't think it's got as good of a value as some of the other bundles. Oh, here we go. Let's test out the tracer fire and the death effect, and it pretty much looks the exact same way it did in Cold War. Pretty underwhelming. Overall, like I was saying, I just don't think this bundle has a lot of value. The main thing you get is the ultra skin, which looks cool, but I still don't think it's the best ultra skin, especially for a zombies player. The disciple skins are insane. There's a lot of really good ultra skins out here, and this one just doesn't really compete up with those. The hands look cool, but that's really all it's got going for. And then there are stat changing weapons if you are a zombies player, but the stat changing weapons are really kind of underwhelming for the most part because you only can put on the fire ammo mod, which isn't the best one ever. I don't know why we're lagging so much here. It is pretty cool for onslaught players trying to get a little bit of an advantage over manglers and abomination. Same thing, spawning in on Forsaken, it's going to help you out a little bit for that first abomination. But I think this is a pretty weak bundle compared to what else is offered out there. And if you're looking to buy one bundle and you're not someone who buys every bundle, I would suggest looking at my other reviews, finding a different Cold War bundle to buy, because I just think there's better ones out there for the same price. Overall, the decision's up to you. We've laid everything out here. So if you're looking for more bundle reviews, make sure check the description, check that, and check out the playlist we have here. Find a bundle that's good for you. And if you like this one, go for it. Overall, I'm going to give my rating of it. I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 10. I mean, I just am. I think overall, I think the ultra skins outclassed. I think the weapons are outclassed. I think they're just better stuff to spend your money on. What the heck? Better stuff to spend your money on. However, that's just my review. I lay everything out to make your own decision. So let me know what you would rate this bundle. Do you think this is an 8 out of 10? Is this a must buy for you? Or is this overall just kind of a mediocre one? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I want to give a massive thanks to everyone who's gone above and beyond and became an Unlock Plus Plus member here on YouTube. We got the GOAT Positive Expert, the most OP Gobblegum ever, Round Robin, the absolute Chad Noah, the most patient man I've ever met, Cody Chapman, and the legend Army Tech Wreck.